I think our offensive line is one of the biggest offensive line that we've had throughout the 26 years. I think we averaged 290 this year across the front. So if we just get them playing nasty and being dirty like they are, I think we'll be okay. We also have our secondary is our strength. We're young on defense, but our secondary, we have 2 Division I cornerbacks, one just committed to Kentucky, and our wide receiver core. We got some solid guys at wide receiver. So if those guys all come through, I think that, I'm hoping for a good season.
Who are some of the new faces that you think are going to play a bigger role this year?
Cameron Brandon, he's a wide receiver, towards ACL last year, but he came back strong, worked hard. He's been clocked at a 4.3 40 3 times by colleges. So we're looking for big things from him. My son, Paul Risper, who's a sophomore, I'm trying to figure out where to play him. He's a good wide receiver, plays safety, and he also plays quarterback. And Kenneth Hodges is a sophomore defensive lineman that's we're hoping to be pretty good.
How many sons do you have, Coach?
How many babies? I have 3 sons. Scooter plays at Mercer University now, and Silas is my middle son. He's a senior, and Paul is my baby son.
Very good, very good. Let's go ahead and give Michael a microphone for this one. Michael, what's an area you think is going to be most improved from last season?
I would definitely say our secondary defense. I know we lost a lot of seniors on defense, but we've got we've got 2 D1 corners like Coach Spoon, Tony Mathis, and Jaquavius Marshall, who's committed to Kentucky, University of Kentucky. We've got a lot of strong linebackers coming they didn't play much last year, but this year they've been working really hard this summer. We've been filling up at practice. They're looking good in the offensive line, definitely.
Very good, very good. Let's go to the younger Mr. Risper now. Silas, what would you say is your team's identity for this year?
I feel that our identity will be our physicality and our speed. We're a team that's going to play all 4 quarters and until the clock hits 0.
All right. Mr. Ashley, what are your team goals for this season?
Got to get Coach Spoon a championship. It's better said than done. We got to been saying it a lot. We just got to go out there and go win. So that's our goal, to go win state championship.
Media members, anything for the Westside group?
Hey, Coach, I know you lost a lot of guys on defense, but you have those 2 great quarterbacks. How do you make that your strength, right? How do you force them to kind of get in the positions to make those plays?
I think you have grueling practices, grueling workouts, push them in the weight room to, first of all, they have to be physical enough to play how we want to play, and instill in them the Westside pride, and just, you have to throw them in the fire. Even though they're young, nobody cares that you're young. You have to play the game on Friday nights anyway. So we're just pushing them to the max, and I change practices up. Some days we'll start with conditioning or on the field. Some days we'll start in the weight room. So I try to make them adapt to different situations and just push them. And I have an alter ego once we get to practice. I'm not the all smiles guy that you see now, but I really test them, and so far they've been passing the test.
Awesome. And your offense highly improved last year compared to the year before. There's a young quarterback you have, James. How's he looking as a sophomore now? And you've got a lot of weapons on the offense.
Yeah, he has all the tools. He can throw the ball really well. He's gotten faster. We just want him to become more cerebral, and he's doing that because he's a year older, and people don't realize that in high school, year by year, 1 year makes a big difference. So he's growing up, he's soaking up what we're trying to do, quicker reads, getting the ball out of his hands, because we know that he can throw the ball and run the ball, but putting his brain with all of his tools will help tremendously.
How have you seen Bibb County football within all 16 teams improve and be competitive?
First of all of these teams, these are tremendous coaches in the programs. I got hired in 1998, so that's a long time. The oldest crew from Westside, now they're 43 years old that we coach. So now I'm coaching their kids. But to your question, I think this is the best set of coaches as a whole in Macon ever. Like, we have some guys that can really coach. It's very competitive. Nobody is any better than anybody. They all know the game. They all know how to push their players. Their players get jacked up to play for. And I have a lot of respect, and I'm not just saying that. I have a lot of respect for these guys. And on Friday nights, we try to kill each other on Friday nights now. But once the game is over, we'll call each other the next morning and kind of have some giggles and laughs. Well, it depends on who loses. When Coach Dupree called me one Saturday, he beat me. I did not want to talk to him. But no, they're doing a great job. The two new hires at Central and Rutland, class act coaches, class acts. So I want to give you guys your props and credit right now. I'm proud of what you're doing. I really am. Mike, you don't have a question?
I was just looking the same direction.
What is James's biggest step that he has to make? Is it just is the mental part of the game?
Yeah, it's just mental. And playing with my system, I look at a lot of, I meet with a lot of coaches during the off season, and a lot of guys, high school ball, most of our coaches in here have played college ball. College is a lot more complex than high school, and you have a lot of high school coaches that want to make the high school game as complex. And my biggest thing is keep the game simple. And all the coaches know what I mean by KISS. Keep the game simple for your kids, and they play faster and they play better.
If there's nothing else for the group from Westside, we thank you guys for coming up tonight.